alongside the name of the team that they are supporting is this lovely run down the near side. This is picked up beautifully by Mạc Hồng Quân. Inside the area, dribbles his way. Great chance, Vietnam have the opener toward the back post. They've pressed high, they've imposed themselves, and eventually that pressure has told. Stunning strike from a man who really deserves it, Huy Toàn. Has given the Vietnamese supporters something to cheer about. Well, Vietnam came into this match with nothing to lose, really. They're unfancied. But they're a side that is throwing everything at Iran. Some wonderful control as well from Mạc Hồng Quân to set up that play. Inside out he took the Iranian defender Mohammad Daneshkar, and then finishing off. Not sure quite how much he knew about it. Tried to turn it with the... moving this ball around quite nicely indeed. Forward. Great chance for a man who set up a goal to find another goal. Vietnam have two. Unbelievably, they've got two against Iran. This is turning out to be a thoroughly impressive opening half hour. CHliwoN beaten for the second time in 5 minutes. As the man that got the assist, Mạc Hồng Quân, for the first goal, has now scored Vietnam's second. And this is turning out to be a thoroughly impressive start by an unfancied Vietnamese side who look like they've thrown everything but the kitchen sink and the Iranians. Well, the Kyrgyzstan players are watching on and must be thinking. Through ball, keeper's come out. Penalty, it'll have to be a penalty. There was a poor challenge from the goalkeeper, didn't need to make it. As CHliwoN went down to ground, a penalty, and perhaps the staring down an injured goalkeeper as well. This is how it happened. Well, that was just poor, absolutely poor from the ball, and you can't be hacking wildly. It was clever by CHliwoN. In the second half, penalty conceded by Chan Bung Ngoc, the Vietnamese goalkeeper, and he couldn't keep out what was a fine effort, placed wide and firmly. The substitute, Pahlavan, and he's lost out to the Vietnamese substitute, Chan Phi-Son. Chan Phi-Son going for a third Vietnamese goal. They reclaim that two-goal advantage. They haven't seen much possession. They've been nowhere in the territories to go by the Iranian penalty. Are back on their feet and celebrating. It was Chan Phi-Son who won possession at a quick little 1-2, continued on his merry way. And then from the edge of the 18-yard area, between two closing Iranian defenders, managed to unleash a powerful effort that beat ĐT in the Iranian game. Keeper a little more quickly on the bounce. Great chance for Vietnam to add a fourth here perhaps. Ball lifted back to the goalkeeper and a sword by an inspired Vietnamese side. This surely a back pass player, or indeed another player sneaks in. It's there eventually. Nothing wrong with that. Vietnam, an indirect free kick. They knew they needed to touch it, not once but twice, to get it into the back of the net. The Vietnamese captain just trying to calm the situation. Should have received a red card for that challenge, I would suggest. The referee whipped out the yellow and then took offence and shoved the score.